Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Happy day. Happy day. We'll just do the happy day from now on. Happy day. It's day 40 of 99 days of deeper embodiment. My name is Jason King. It's really awesome to be here with you today. So, I'm just going to take a moment to pause, feeling deeply into the heart. Ah, wow. So much peace there. So much presence in the heart. Beautiful. Today is a fun day. I went to go get breakfast at this hotel that I'm staying at this morning. And I'm in the lobby, and all there is televisions broadcasting news. I think there's probably like maybe 10 televisions. And so the hotel has breakfast in the morning, and I go down to get it before this broadcast. And all there is the television broadcasting the news. And all of them are at full volume. And I'm noticing that the people who are there, and there's not many, very, very many, because I'm in a fairly remote city at the moment, on the edge of the Mojave Desert, and the people, goodness, I'm seeing that this is going off and on again. Maybe the hotel internet isn't so great. Ah! Let me see if I can pop it over to my hotspot on my phone. Maybe that'll be better. Let's do that. Let's make it shift. I don't think I have to shut this off. I'm just going to switch the Wi-Fi over. Okay. Well, that took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I am back. Awesome. Let's just make sure that everything is set up. Beautiful. So I was sharing that I went down to the hotel lobby, and I'm getting breakfast, and all the televisions are blasting the news. The lobby, and I'm just feeling that. I'm just feeling the vibration of the news, feeling the ideas of the news. Are we live or what? What is going on here? There we are. Yeah, we are live. I don't see anyone tuned in, so we'll see how this is in replay. You'll have to let me know. I guess no one is tuned in on a Sunday after Christmas. People are probably traveling. And, who knows? It doesn't matter. It's all ideas anyway. So I'm telling a story. And the story is that I'm in the hotel lobby. And in the lobby, there's a lot of televisions. And they're all blasting the news. And the news is ideas like COVID cases are on the rise. There's lots of COVID cases, lots of people in the hospital. Lots of people are traveling, and this has caused an uptick in COVID cases, and there's not enough ICU beds. So there's a lot of people getting sick, and maybe you shouldn't have traveled, and you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. And I'm just allowing myself to move into my body and feel this very deeply this morning. Because all of this is ideas that are in the field. And as I'm not the ideas, and I see that I'm not the ideas, I know myself, I know that I'm not ideas, then I can just open myself up more and not identify with any of the ideas that are there and allow those to move through me. Now, with ideas such as this, as the mind is dissolving, enlightening, we particularly don't want to get caught on them. Because what happens if I get caught on an idea like COVID is going to get me? Then that brings fear into my body. And what is the vibration of fear? That's panic. And so what does panic do in the body? What does that start to do in the body? It starts to disrupt the body, right? What does panic feel like? It feels like something is moving through the body and making it not communicate well. It feels like there's a disruptor ray in the body, right? How many people have had a panic attack? Yeah, that's what that feels like. Even at the most subtle, if any of these ideas are caught, any of them are believed, then they start to vibrate in you. You start to create that frequency within you. And as you create that frequency within you, then it begins to disrupt the body, right? So for whoever's just joining, I'm really talking about ideas that come into the field of you, into the space of you. And when I say the field of you, it's the field of awareness. Awareness being what I'm aware of. So, for instance, right now I'm aware that the computer's in front of me. I'm aware of whatever I'm perceiving. I'm aware of whatever I'm feeling within me. And so as ideas are introduced into my field of awareness, the question becomes, what do I do with them? As ideas arise within me, that's another way of saying it. As ideas arise within me, then am I present with that idea? Or do I just move on about my business? And so if I move on about my business, then there is a belief around the idea there. It's just by just moving on about my business, then I'm just believing that that idea is real. Notice this, because say, using the example of the news, it's like, okay, I was hearing the news in my field of awareness. I'm hearing the news. The news is in my field of awareness. While I'm downstairs in the lobby getting the hotel breakfast, there's the 10 TVs on. They're all blasting the news, and I'm hearing the news. That is within my field of awareness. Those are ideas that are arising within my field of awareness. Those are all ideas. That's all they are. And so they're arising, and if I just hear them and react to them unconsciously, then I'm agreeing with them. Then they become beliefs. And now those beliefs, that's unquestionable faith, unconditional faith. I'm just putting my faith in those ideas. Oh, yes, that's true. You see. So then that is my reality. And it doesn't matter how I react to them. If I react to them in a way that says, I don't like these ideas, and they start to create tension in me, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I feel so tense. Oh my goodness, the world is horrible. Everything is going to shit. So I don't like the ideas, and here I am reacting to them. Or if I like the ideas, oh, wonderful. This is a beautiful, beautiful world. Oh, everything is wonderful. Everything is going well. It's the same. You see, so maybe the news is saying something like, oh, the stock market is on an uptick and I have investments. And that makes me feel positive about the world and about my life. I feel more abundance. So it doesn't matter if I agree with the ideas that are there or if I disagree with the ideas that are there, in the sense that agreement or disagreement at that level is saying, I like it or I don't like it. I like this idea. I don't like this idea. I like this idea. I don't like this idea. That's still reacting. And anytime I'm reacting to an idea, there is belief created around it. I am believing it to be true. Consciously or unconsciously, it doesn't matter. And so here, I am in the hotel lobby, and these ideas are coming up. So then the question is, what do I do with them? Because I see, oh, there's ideas here. And there is unconscious reaction. They're making the body tense. So at a body level, which we can say is largely unconscious, there is belief in the ideas that are showing up, and that belief in the ideas that are showing up is creating tension in the body. So as the television announcer, the newspaper, the news person, the news personality is speaking about COVID, then I'm noticing that there is tension showing up in the body. And so there is agreement with these ideas happening unconsciously at a subtle level. Because if there was no agreement, the ideas would just pass right on through. There would be no reaction at all. But there is reaction. I see the reaction in the body. It's like, oh, wow, look at that. That's reaction. The body is reacting to these ideas. And so I move and become more present with that reaction. Well, what is this? What is this sensation here? With the ability to explore without creating a story around it, just bringing it into unknowing. And so as I'm deeply present with the tension that's showing up, as I'm recognizing that there are ideas about a potential threat, then the tension begins to relax. And so if there's a lot of tension, I find in my experience, if there's a lot of ideas coming all at once, and this creates a lot of tension because there's a lot of identification with these ideas at an unconscious level. But we know that there's identification happening at an unconscious level when the body is tense. We can feel it. So when there's a lot of this all at once, then what I find is useful is the breath. And so, yeah, let's do a little bit of breath work here for about, I don't know, the next few minutes. So if I'm doing a lot of breath work all at once, I'll breathe either through my nose or through my mouth, whatever works. Sometimes one might work better than the other. Or I can breathe through both at the same time, if that works too. And then I like to do a 2 count where I'm breathing into my stomach and then into my chest, into my stomach and then into my chest, so that I fill the whole expanse of my stomach and my chest. While at the same time, I'm just bringing consciousness into the whole of my body. So let me just demonstrate this. And maybe, I don't know if you can see how, but yeah, this will be better so that you can see. So you can see it's a 2 count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As I bring the breath into the body. And so now the idea here is to get a rhythm. So stay with the rhythm. Because as the ideas come up, and they come up to be felt, and they move into the heart to be dissolved all the way through, this is integration, this is embodiment. As those ideas come up to be felt, then they talk. And they say things like, stop. This is painful. I don't like this. Stop what you're doing. But the breath can't hurt us, you see. Only those ideas speaking. Those ideas, if we believe them, then that begins to create pain in the body. So just observe, move into the place where you're seeing it all. This is what I do. It's very fun. Okay, so let's just move into that now. So we'll just do breath work. I'm actually going to put a timer because I find that putting a timer keeps the mind out of it, right? Because as soon as the mind gets into it, then it wants to stop. And if I don't have a timer that sets an intention, a clear intention, then I'll believe the thoughts and then I'll stop. Right? Okay. So I'm going to set a timer and I'm going to do 5 minutes of breath work with the intention to feel fully and completely all of the ideas that showed up when I went down to the lobby. All of the ideas of a potential threat. All of the ideas of the COVID monster coming to get me. Okay, so wonderful. 5 minutes. Okay, so notice that after the 5-minute timer, I just pulled the breath in and held it, and then came back into myself, feeling fully and completely, bringing more and more presence into the body. So now here, it can be helpful afterwards to also use a visual, maybe, of just filling the body with white light, to fill all the space that I just opened up with the breath. And so now I'm still feeling tension in the body, and that's okay. It's okay that that's there. We don't have to process it all. I mean, we don't have to bring presence to it all at once. If we only have 5 minutes, we only have 5 minutes. Do what we can. This is taking responsibility for all of the beliefs that are there. The ideas are always going to be there, and that's okay. What we're taking responsibility for through bringing presence to it, to where all the sensations are, is the beliefs around the ideas. So anywhere there's tension felt, this is where there's a belief around it. And so we're bringing that into conscious awareness by becoming more and more present with it. And so now I'm still feeling tension in the body, so there's still beliefs there. and that's okay. I'm just going to do a little bit of movement here, getting more into my body and allowing myself to just kind of move with a snaking rhythm, feeling as I breathe. Bringing more and more presence and awareness into the body. Maybe my butt wants to come up a bit as I do some rotations of the shoulder. A little bit of Kundalini action here going on. The cushion makes it a little bit more less natural. Maybe if I do it on the ground, you can see it better. Let's see. Yeah, awesome. This is actually a whole lot better. I was feeling a little awkward on the couch where it felt like I was like high up above everyone. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if you could see mine. There we go. Just, holding this posture and then rotating. Rotating, getting really into the spine and into the lower part of the body, because this is where all the support comes from. So getting that to move through the body, right? And there's no right or wrong to this. This is all about me feeling me, right? So there's no particular method to it. There's no method to the madness here. It's just me getting more and more present with what I'm feeling within me. Just allowing myself to be more and more present with my own presence, with my own body, with everything that my body is feeling, bringing more and more awareness into me. Using the breath. Sometimes it can be helpful to use music because then we can find that space of silence better. And just moving however it wants to move. No rules about it. This is just really getting in touch with that Shakti, that feminine energy that wants to flow. Letting her do whatever it is that she wants to do. Maybe the hand wants to move. And that's okay too. There's no rules around it. You cannot do it wrong. So maybe this will help to bring more ideas into the heart. My heart is open on the right side. So I'm a little bit opposite world here in my body. Some people have it on the left, some people have it on the right. Wonderful, it's all okay. So yeah, just using the hand to flow, getting those ideas to flow in. They kind of wrap around the crown and they flow into the heart. So just getting that flow and feeling the safety and the security in the body, bringing that presence in, bringing that fully in, pulling back, opening the heart some more, opening the heart some more, pulling back, rotating the spine a bit, rotating. No right or wrong to any of it at all. It's all about being more present with you. Then, now that feels complete, just coming into now. Okay, someone's at the door, so that is our end.
I'm sorry.
No te preocupes.
I'm sorry.
No te preocupes, está bien. So that is our end for today. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining.